early April 2026 and it's time for a garden tour. Let's get right into it. So let's start off with this rhubarb here, which I got for my birthday a couple of years ago, and it is growing really well now, taking up quite a bit of the bed. I think it would have been better putting it somewhere else in the garden, not on a veg bed, but this will have to do. And then we just have wood chip everywhere because my dog runs really fast and sprays the wood chip up onto the beds, which is quite annoying, but we'll have to go with it. And we have some lettuce plants here, which I just transplanted recently, and some onions, which seem to be struggling this year. They're not really doing very well. But the lettuce I transplanted about a week or so ago, and they should start growing fast any day now. They should just start growing. And then we have kale, which is rising to flower, and you can snip these pieces of these flowers off the plant and eat them. They're great steamed, they're really tasty. And we have just some kale plants everywhere, but I will start taking them out very soon. We have some beetroot, which didn't harvest in the autumn, and so I just left it in the beds, overwintered it, seeing if it's going to make any actual root, but it's rising to flower now, so that means I'll just take it out. But that's not a loss because beetroot leaves taste great as well, and beets are very great crop to grow. They're easy. You can eat their leaves, you can eat their root. They're great. And then we just have beetroot everywhere. And then on this archway, on this side of the archway, we have some sweet peas, which I'm just waiting to grow up a little bit more so that they can cling on to these bits here. So they kind of just need to grow. You see some of them already clinged on with these little bits here. This bit's probably going to reach up in a couple of days and grab onto that. My dog is just in the background. And then we have more sweet peas here. And then this bed, which has just got, this part of the bed, which has just got absolutely demolished by slugs. It has had onions in it, fennel, and it's all just really gone. So I might try something else in the bed. But we still have some fennel in there, and I still have some fennel plants, so I might see if I can get some fennel this year, but we'll have to see. And then we have some beetroot here, same as those beetroot, and this rest of the bed is meant to be potatoes, but I planted them about a week or two ago, and nothing has happened from them, so I'm a bit worried because nothing's really happened from the potatoes. But I'm sure they'll come soon. Got first earlies that side, second earlies that side. And then we have some radish plants, which I just dotted around, one of the first plants of the year, as they're just quick to grow. And I'm hoping to put some warmth-loving crops soon, because they'll harvest when they come out. And then I've got some lettuce here, which I transplanted a couple of days ago. They still need to get their footing, find their feet. And then chives along this border. I use it looks great when they flower. It deters slugs, hopefully. We have broad beans here, which have been overwintered, it's best for them to overwinter as they find their roots quicker, and they harvest in earlier June, later May, around that area time. But the thing about having them overwintered is that they die a lot to frost and slugs, so there's quite a few gaps in them, and I didn't really want to replant them, as we have some more broad beans later on the tour, so I thought that just keep them in and see how it goes. Then we have some coriander, also known as cilantro in America, which is doing pretty nice. We have some peas in a teepee, which needs writing as they're leaning, which isn't good. And then we have some sweet peas, chard, which is doing pretty well. And then we have spinach, which is again just getting eaten by slugs quite a lot. And it's, I've planted a ton more in. Some of them are overwintered. I can't successfully grow a good batch of spinach over winter, as they just get eaten by slugs in my garden. But I still try every year. Then we have tons of radish, which I transplanted about a week or so ago. Lettuce again, which is overwintered, which I might need to take out. Just got quite a few overwinter plants. Then more kale, which is, and then radish, which is a bit older. Should harvest in like a couple of weeks. Got peas. These are the first peas that I transplanted, so they're quite big now. growing nicely. Broad beans again, which they died a bit. The flowers are lovely. I love their flowers so much. And then we just have, tons of peas and beans. I thought they'll look good because the broad beans and the radish, so the broad beans will be flowering, and then they'll stop flowering, and then the peas will start flowering about a week or two after. And we just have radish dotted around the edge. And then over here we have this bed here where I have grown, so I have put peas all down the side in little teepees, and then I also have turnips in the bed as well, half of the bed, and then just more than half, and then just less than half beetroot as a great crop to grow. Nearly done with the garden tour. We've just got one more bed to go over here where we just added some more compost where I want to plant potatoes and stuff like that. Then we have garlic, which is all overwintered. Need to add more compost on there when the garlic is finished. And then beetroot, same story with all the other beetroot, overwintered, except for the little ones over there. And then more garlic, and then in this strip here we have potatoes and peas, which need to be put in their teepees. And that is a garden tour of mid-spring, early April 2026.